Hi, I'm Ron de Parmesan with your Newscats update. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round. We have some meowsive news breaking out of the Philippines. Can you believe it? Apollo Quiboloy, the self-proclaimed son of God and controversial preacher, was arrested after a 2-week standoff with law enforcement at his Kingdom of Jesus Christ compound in Davao City. A dramatic saga that culminated on September 8th, 2024, when around 2,000 police officers got involved. This whole intense situation wrapped up when Quiboloy, along with 4 of his aides, ultimately surrendered after a 24-hour ultimatum from authorities. After that, he was whisked away to the National Police Headquarters in Manila, facing an avalanche of serious charges. So what are these charges, you wonder? Apollo Quiboloy is not just in a bit of hot water, he's facing some truly grave allegations. The main charges against him pack quite a punch: sexual abuse, human trafficking, fraud, cash smuggling and coercion. And here's the kicker: the Federal Bureau of Investigation is on the prowl for him too, on similar charges linked to sex trafficking. Allegations are swirling around that he coerced young women, including minors, into sexual acts. In the Philippines, he's specifically charged with qualified human trafficking and violations of child protection laws. Makes you wonder how this so-called man of God ended up with such a sinister rap sheet, doesn't it? Quite the twist indeed. Now let's take a step back and peek into the legal and political landscape surrounding this case. It raises some significant questions about justice and accountability, especially since Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has weighed in on the matter. He stated, "Quiboloy will not receive any special treatment, emphasizing that everyone is equal before the law." This is particularly noteworthy given Quiboloy's close ties to former President Rodrigo Duterte. Those connections have led many to speculate about potential political influence in what ideally should be an impartial judicial process. With Quiboloy operating with what seemed like impunity for years, many are now watching with bated breath to see how this one unfolds. Quiboloy's a real character, isn't he? Having founded the Kingdom of Jesus Christ back in 1985, he claims a whopping 7 million followers worldwide. His church is tangled up in all sorts of enterprises, including schools and resorts, giving him a mighty thumbprint over various sectors. Over the years, Quiboloy has made headlines for his audacious claims of being the appointed son of God, and has been rather vocal in Philippine politics, especially during the Duterte administration. With all this influence, one can definitely sense the tremors in the corridors of power following his arrest. And let's not forget about the societal implications of this scandal. Discussions about the entwining of religion and politics are heating up, as devotees of Quiboloy have started protesting, resulting in clashes with law enforcement. So let's pause for a moment and reflect on the timeline of this saga. It kicked off on August 24, 2024, when authorities began searching for Quiboloy at his compound. Fast forward to September 8th, 2024, and we see Quiboloy surrendering around 5:30 p.m, marking the dramatic end of the standoff. As of now, Philippine authorities have not confirmed any plans for his extradition to the United States, as their prioritize local prosecution first. The ripples from this arrest are being felt not only across the nation, but also beyond its borders. Public opinion is clearly divided, with some rallying behind Quiboloy, while others are demanding justice for the alleged victims. This situation is far from over, and as developments unfurl, it will be truly fascinating to see the repercussions for Quiboloy, his followers, the victims, and the wider Philippine society. Stay tuned, my dear friends, and never forget to stay curious. Meow. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ron de Parmesan, and this has been another Newscats special report. Meow.